Praise be Jesus Christ, who is came to born in our humanity, for that we can be reborn in his divine grace. His grace and his peace be with you. A few days ago, I found in my mailbox, like all the inhabitants of this district of Brussels, these two books of Muslim propaganda of a named HARUN YAHYA. They are of a very nice bill, very well illustrated, at your affable tone, not at all aggressive, really suited for a public that no longer have the faith, but that is still marked by the Christianity. The production and the dissemination to a general public of these books represent a big investment. Let me introduce you to this a quick review. The book, The Divine Design and the Nature, aims to prove the existence of the Creator from the perfect and the existence of the world. The dishonesty of this book is to infer from the existence of the Creator, his identity with that of Allah, the Muslim God, as if to recognize the existence of God was necessarily acknowledge that of Allah. However, not only we do not have expected the Islam to understand that God exists, but the Christians, among others, while acknowledging that God exists, don't believe so as that Allah is God. As it is true that to know that God exists is one thing, and that to know who he is another. So it's not enough to believe that God exists. To be Muslim, unlike to it that this book would that we believe. This technique of the amalgam is always used in the Quran that says by example that Allah is powerful or that he knows better, to suggest that since this is true, so what he says otherwise is true too. For example, in Quran 4.34, we read, "The ones who fear the disobedience, urge them, abandon them in their corner, and hit them, if they obey you. No more quarrel. Allah is very high and great." The question that does not arise is not here the Muslim is, what is the relationship between the fact that God be great and a legitimacy of the jealousy and of the violence? None. Except for the men looking for, at little cost, and at risk of their damnation, to legitimize their violence. The second book, The Solution, The Values of Quran, presents the different miseries in which suffers the world, to establish that if the Quran was practiced, then it would not be so. Now, not only of other sects, such as Jehovah's Witnesses, have the same speech, so that this is nothing to specifically Muslim. But still, since 14 centuries, despite that the Muslims striving to follow the Quran, they never succeeded to extirpate the misery. Not even in Saudi Arabia. The contrary, even wherever the Islam has imposed itself, it has brought the misery. Even under the reign of Muhammad, it did not bring the peace and the prosperity, but the war and many kinds of the misfortunes. How can the Muslims today to advertise to do better than Muhammad? In conclusion, it appears that the Islam does not bring nothing of new to the humanity, but only does to press of open doors, and especially to slander the eternal salvation given by Jesus Christ, in order to substitute him. Exactly what is to the features of the Antichrist, announced by Jesus. that one who has ears to hear what he hears. If the peoples knew that they were going in hell, they would to give their lives to Christ.